It seems to me that Al Haymon, Spence's advisor, has successfully ducked Crawford for now. Is ESPN's boxing insider, Mike Coppinger. Mike, after it was looking like we had a good shot at seeing Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence finally get it on for all the marbles at welterweight, not to mention for pound supremacy in the biggest fight in boxing, it seems to me that Al Haymon, Spence's advisor, has successfully ducked Crawford for now. Al, as always, you have an open invitation to tell your side of the story on this show. Mike, what's the latest as you understand it?
Yeah, Max, really disappointing. Now we're not going to get Spence Crawford, at least next. I spoke to Terrence Crawford last night. He told me he has signed a contract to fight David Avanesian, who is our number 10 welterweight. It's going to be on December 10th in Crawford's native Omaha, Nebraska, on pay-per-view. And it's a good fight, but it's, of course, a big disappointment when we were expecting Crawford-Spence. Crawford told me simply that he wasn't willing to go an entire year without fighting. He hasn't fought since Sean Porter in November of last year. And as talks with Errol Spence continue to drag on, November 19th was the target date. Then it got pushed to first quarter of 2023, and Crawford said, I need to fight. And then after that, I can revisit the Spence fight.
You know, Mayweather and Pacquiao set a bad precedent for fans. Maybe good for fighters, because, listen, because of the nature of the business, it is a brutal sport. The interests of fans on the one hand and fans and networks on the one hand, and fighters on the other are often diametrically opposed, right? But what Mayweather and Pacquiao showed was that you can avoid making the fight everyone wants to see, and what that creates is actually pent-up demand. The fight only gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then by the time you have the fight, neither fighter is as dangerous to each other as they would have been, so the fight's not as good. But in a way, that's better for the fighters as human beings. They don't sustain the same amount of damage, and they've made more money. So this is the situation we're in. I wonder what that says about the actual nature of boxing, right? If what we want is actually bad for the fighters. What's next for Spence?
Errol Spence, he alluded to possibly moving up in weight on Twitter. He fought at 152 in the Olympics, and 147 is not easy for him. He's a bigger guy than Terrence Crawford. So it's conceivable that he could move up to 154, or I'm told that he has been in talks, well, not him, but Al Haymon and the side for Stanionis have been in talks for a fight. Montes Stanionis is the WBA's #1 contender. Spence holds 3 belts. That's a possible fight for the first quarter of 2023 for Errol Spence. I suppose he could wait for Crawford to be done with what amounts to pretty much a tune-up fight. But if not, I think it's going to be Spence and Stanionis, because remember, Spence has been steadfast all along that he refuses to fight Keith Thurman, which is the other viable fighter with Al Haymon, because Thurman wouldn't give Spence his crack all those years ago.
So I showed that to you to let you know, no matter how much these aerosexuals try to spin that web, that it's Terrence Bud Crawford's fault, nobody in boxing believes that. Nobody believes it. So like I say, y'all can huff and puff until you blue in the face. All right? Because this should have let you know something right here. When it wasn't the belts, when it wasn't he was across the street, when it wasn't because he doesn't sell, when it wasn't because go fight Boots or go fight this guy, you know the last thing that they resulted to? The fact that Terrence Crawford is associated with a gangster. That's why the fight's not happening. That should let you know everything you need to know right there. That they went all the way down to who he's cool with. Come on, man. I'm getting tired of beating up on y'all already. Nobody believes it. Nobody believes it. Just a bunch of hit dogs hollering. That's all that is at the end of the day. A bunch of hit dogs hollering. And you heard what he said? He said this is for undisputed and pound for pound supremacy. How could you pass that up? Especially when your whole career has been bent off of becoming a undisputed champion. Terrence Bud Crawford is already an undisputed champion. Terrence Bud Crawford is already #1 pound for pound. How could you walk away from that? And the other thing is, pay attention. Crawford just want to stay sharp. That's all he tried to do is stay sharp. That's why I told you in the last video, as long as he's ready, we didn't lose anything. And how can we lose anything if a contract ain't even signed? So we can go into next year and still have the same damn problem. Oh my God, man. Come on. Wake up out there. Get off that haterade, man. Put your big boy pants on and man up out here. It's not hard to admit the truth. The truth is so healthy for you. It makes a strong individual a strong character. Lies make you weak. That's why lies comfort, and that's why truth hurts. But what they tell you in the gym, y'all, no pain, no what? No pain, no what? No gain. No gain. Pain is your friend. Discomfort is your friend. Because it's only through discomfort, trial, and tribulation that you rise to a new level. Come on, man. Y'all ain't read no self-help books out there? Y'all don't know how this works? That's why I say hell bent on the truth. Because it make you strong. When you can accept what is, you are strong. When you lie and do this Rainbow Coalition campaign for Errol, Spence like they've been doing, this is why they react like babies and little girls to us. This is why they seem so crazy to us. Like, damn, what's wrong with these Errol-sexuals, man? Like, what's wrong with a bunch of mama's boys raised men? They don't know a masculine trait because there's no way you will be up online and take it so personal. People be taking this personal with me. I'm stating my opinion. This is couch talk. That's all it is. The same conversation that guys have in closed doors. It's just that mine is public to the world. You don't have to listen. You don't have to like it. But what you definitely don't need to do is internalize it and make it personal. And that's all y'all do, as it has been making it personal. Whether you talk about the content creator or Terrence Bud Crawford's wife and kids and trainer. That's all y'all did. Tried to jump the man in Texas. Come on, dog. Y'all pathetic. I'm done here.